Liverpool's £120 million bid for Isak rejected Newcastle's stand firm as transfer. Drama heats up. Liverpool have reportedly launched an eye-watering £120 million opening bid for Alexander Isak. But Newcastle United wasted no time brushing it aside. Manager Howe has now broken his silence on the matter, and what he had to say might just shift the entire narrative. Stick around, this one's heating up fast. Welcome back. We've got some massive Liverpool updates to share, so make sure you stay with us till the end. If you're loving the content, drop a like. 200 likes keeps us fired up to keep bringing you the biggest stories out of an FIE. In the latest flurry of transfer speculation, Saudi Arabian giants Al Hilal have entered the frame with an audacious move of their own, this time for Liverpool's Uruguayan forward Darwin Nunez. The Pro League powerhouse has tabled a formal offer, with their head coach, Simone Inzaghi, identifying Nunez as the marquee signing they want to build around. From what we're hearing, Al Hilal have already sent an official proposal to Anfield, laying the foundation for what could be one of the summer's most dramatic transfer sagas. At just Arshelu, NEZ has attracted serious attention, and Saudi Arabia is pulling out all the stops to bring him to Riyadh. Liverpool, under the sharp leadership of Arne Slot, the mastermind behind last season's title winner, standing their ground, they've slapped a £50 million valuation on their star striker, especially after their recent £69 million acquisition of Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt. The Reds are in a strong negotiating position and are not under any financial pressure to sell unless their price tag is met. However, rumors swirling around suggest Slot is eyeing Alexander Isak as a potential new focal point in Liverpool's attack. That raises questions about Nana's future at the club. Could a reshuffle in Liverpool's front line be on the horizon? Turning back to Newcastle, the saga intensifies. As we previously reported, the Magpies have now turned down a jaw-dropping £110 million bid from Liverpool for Isak, an amount that would have smashed Premier League transfer records. Their decision to stand firm sends a clear message. They're serious about building a top-tier side. The rejected bid, which included substantial bonuses, this wasn't enough to sway the decision-makers at St. James Park, sources close to the club suggest. Newcastle won't even consider parting with Isak unless a suitable replacement is secured. And RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko is believed to be at the top of their list. Howe, who has been instrumental in Newcastle's transformation, is adamant about keeping Isak as the centerpiece of his long-term vision. Speaking on the matter, Howe called Isak a phenomenal talent and the cornerstone of our project. He also hinted that, while Sesko is under consideration, any potential move must align with Newcastle's high ambitions. His comments have struck a chord with fans. We're dreaming of a bright new chapter for the Magpies. Meanwhile, journalist Fabrizio Romano has reported that Isak may have already agreed to personal terms with Liverpool on a 6-year deal running until 2031, adding even more intrigue to the story. Despite the speculation, Howe remains composed. He insists that Isak's professionalism is unwavering and that the striker continues to give everything on the pitch. "We're doing everything we can to make sure he feels valued here," Howe said, projecting confidence while navigating high-stakes negotiations. Liverpool, under Arne Slot, now appear to be reassessing their strategy after Newcastle's firm response. The Merseysiders had planned to bankroll Isak's signing by offloading a few existing players. But with Newcastle holding firm on a £150 million valuation, the likelihood of the Swedish forward arriving at Anfield has dropped some say to around 60%. According to Romano, Slot is keeping his cards close to his chest. It's focused more on preseason preparations than making headlines. But make no mistake, Liverpool's interest is very real. This is far from over. Newcastle's strong stance isn't just about money. It's about proving they belong in the Premier League's upper echelon. Howe reaffirmed that, unless any deal strengthens the squad's long-term prospects, he won't buys, no matter how massive the offer, in fact. The club has reportedly offered Isak a new contract with a release clause set for 2026. Those sources suggest the striker has turned it down This refusal only adds more weight to the ongoing speculation about his future. As the clock ticks on the summer window, this transfer saga shows no sign of slowing. Howe concluded with a realistic yet hopeful message: "Our goal is to keep Alex. But football is unpredictable. Whatever happens, we'll do what's best for Newcastle United." And the story takes another twist. RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko has reportedly snubbed Manchester United and instead set his sights on Newcastle. As per Slovenian outlet Delo, the 22-year-old has made up his mind, preferring a move to the League Cup champions. With a reported price tag of £65 million plus add-ons and a sell-on clause, Sesko could be the ideal Isak successor, should the Swedish star depart. Sesko, who moved from Salzburg to Leipzig in 2022 for £20 million, fits Newcastle's profile perfectly. His excitement about potentially donning the black and white stripes has only fueled speculation further. As Newcastle keep firm on Isak's £150 million valuation and hold off Liverpool's advances, Sesko's arrival could be the spark for a new era on Tyneside. Liverpool, fresh off winning the race for Hugo Ekitike, thought they could repeat the trick with Isak, but they've run into a far more stubborn obstacle this time. With Newcastle making it clear that any deal depends on securing a top-class replacement, it's all eyes on whether Sesko makes the switch. So, with just weeks remaining in the window, the stage is set. Will Isak be tempted by Anfield? Will Sesko be Newcastle's next superstar? Or will Eddie Howe keep his key striker and launch an even stronger challenge this season? For the latest updates, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'll be back soon with more news from the greatest club in the world, Liverpool. Until next time, YNWA. Liverpool plot player plus cash deal for Alexander Isak. Liverpool have identified 4 current stars that they could include in a deal for Alexander Isak to reduce the Swede's asking price, according to Sebastian Vidal. Liverpool are ready to offer 1 or 2 players in any deal to sign Alexander Isak. The club have identified 4 current first-team stars, including Darwin Nunez, Harvey Elliott, Federico Chiesa, and Tyler Morton, to persuade Newcastle United. To reduce their asking price for the Swede, the Alexander Isak saga took a new turn on Friday, as Liverpool saw their official bid rejected by Newcastle United. The veracity of the figures offered are still unclear, but it appears their proposal was far below the British record mark. The Merseysiders had previously suggested they would be willing to pay. Isak already has an agreement on personal terms with Liverpool, but Newcastle United are not indicating they are ready to sell the striker. As things stand, Liverpool are not planning on a second bid unless the Magpies give them a green light and indicate they are willing to sell Isak. The media reports have stated Newcastle United could ask as much as €150 million for their star. Striker Liverpool might be in a strong position to pay as much, but they are now formulating a plan to include 1 or 2 players to help persuade the Magpies to reduce their asking price.